You can import images, with layers, coming from Gimp, into Scribus. To make this process go well, let's look at some best practices in Gimp, so Scribus can represent the layered file correctly. I open an image, that has no layers yet, in Gimp. I want to zoom in more on the lighthouse, so I want to crop this image. To do this, I click on the crop tool. At the right in the tool options, it is important that you select delete cropped pixels. Without this selected, Gimp will only hide cropped pixels, and Scribus can't show the image correctly. So I select delete cropped pixels, and then crop the image. Now I want some text, that goes behind the lighthouse. I click on the text tool. Then I click on the image. I type lighthouse. I want the text to be white. So in the tool options, I click on the color icon. I select white, and click OK. I increase the size of the text. I click on the move tool, and position the text. Now I want to hide a part of the text, so I will add a mask. In the layers panel, I click on the add a mask icon. For Scribus to represent the mask correctly, choose layers alpha channel. Then click on add. I click on the paintbrush tool. With the left and right bracket keys, I can increase and decrease the size of the brush. Where I paint with black, I am hiding text. This mask gives no problem in Scribus. But let's say I remove too much text, and want to paint back some portion of the text. For Scribus to correctly show the mask, I can't paint outside the layer content to reveal text again. To prevent masking outside the layer content, I alt-click on the content of the layer, and get a selection. Then I go to View, and click on Show Selection, to hide the selection. I can now click on the double arrow, and paint with white. And I can paint back again some of the text. This is not a perfect way to do this, but the only way to get a text mask into Scribus. If you don't need the mask to be visible in Scribus, just create a mask as you normally do. Then, when your mask is ready, duplicate the layer with the duplicate icon. Hide one of the layers. For the visible layer, right-click on the mask, and choose Apply Layer Mask. Now there will be no mask showing up in Scribus. And the actual mask is still in the PSD file on a hidden layer. I will continue masking the text. I will make one layer without a mask, and one layer with a mask again. I apply the layer mask in the visible layer. I make the selection visible again, and deselect. Let's save this file and open it in Scribus. I go to File, Export As. I change the suffix to PSD. I click on Export. Now let's open the PSD file that we created in Gimp, in Scribus. To see the layers and masks, click on Extended Properties. I can hide the text layer. And I can show the layer with the mask. And I can hide and show the mask. And I can change the opacity of a layer in Scribus, which is very powerful. And I can change the layer's blending mode. I set the blending mode of the text to luminosity. I click on OK. In the next lecture, we will look at importing images with clipping paths. And we will look at the difference between cutting out objects using a clipping path and working with cutout images in Scribus that use an alpha channel.